With all the crazy things happening in the world right now, I've been thinking about the future and what it could become. I believe that everyone should be prepared for the worst and the US dollar to be worthless. So with the potential to have hundreds of worthless coins lying around, I decided to weaponize them. In today's video, I will be attempting to create a weapon of mass destruction fueled with coins. And for the design, I've seen people create them out of like credit cards and whatnot, but I think I can create something a little more sturdy, reliable, and powerful. Okay, let's head down to the laboratory and get to work. So I'm going to start off with the base of the gun, and for that I need one 3-inch wide piece. Thickness and length doesn't really matter that much, but my board is 36 inches long and about 1/4 of an inch thick. Because my table saw is a cheap piece of shit, I have to use a tape measure to set the correct width. I also need 4 1-inch wide pieces that are the same length and same thickness. Alright, now that I got the board dripped down to size, I'm going to glue the 1-inch wide pieces onto the 3-inch wide pieces to create a channel for the coin to slide through. I'm attempting to screw the boards down together to help like align the glue up. It's kind of a waste of time and didn't really work all that well. Here you can get the first glimpse of what I'm going for with the build. Alright, now it's time to get everything glued together. I'm going to add a nice even coat across the whole entire thing and clamp it down real good and tight. If there's anything that I've learned from my basic woodworking experience, it's that you should wipe off as much excess glue as possible before it dries. Alright, now it's time to clamp this sucker down nice and tight so we get a nice strong base for our coin gun. I'm just adding a few screws here to the wood because I ran out of clamps and there's still quite a few gaps in the wood, so I'm just trying to close those up so that we get a nice secure glue up. While the glue's drying, I'm going to start working on what I will be referring to as the coin pusher. It essentially just pushes the coin. I'm going to make it about 5 inches long here. I'll explain the rest of it later when I get a visual of it. As you can see, I wisely forgot to switch my camera angle, so you did not get the rest of the measurements that I was making. Okay, here you can see what I'm working with. I have 2 1-inch wide pieces, and then sandwiched in between them is, not exactly sure the measurement of that piece. It's probably like right under 1/2 an inch. The way I'm building this, it will allow it to be locked within the gun, so whenever I do launch the mechanism, it does not go flying from the gun. It stays within the gun and then can be recocked back and fired, over and over again. As you can see, my brain completely neglected to remember that you cannot drive big screws into thin pieces of wood. I don't know what I was thinking, but you can see the outcome was not desired, so I had to restart it. Okay, it's been the next day, and they both seem to have glued up pretty well. They're nice and strong. I'm happy with the outcome, so we'll get to the rest of this build. Alright, here's the coin pusher in action, kind of what it's going to look like. You can see how it kind of starts to see how it'll work. I still need to add 2 pieces of wood to it because I don't want it to be able to be lifted out like that. I'm going over it with a little bit of sandpaper because it was snagging on a few points, and I don't want that. I want it to be as efficient as possible when it's launched. I want it to slide with no problem whatsoever. Okay, here's what I was explaining before with those 2 pieces of wood that I said I was going to be adding. I'm going to be gluing them on and leaving a slight overhang so it will trap the coin pusher in there and not allow it to go flying off the rail. Once again, I'm just adding a few screws in there because I ran out of clamps. I think I might have lost this footage, but I tried a test run of the coin pusher going through the rail, and I need to remove some of the coin pusher's wood to allow it to move smoothly through the rail. So I'm using a chisel here, a file, and sandpaper to smooth it up. Okay, awesome. It works perfectly. Okay, here I'm gluing 2 more pieces of wood onto the pusher, which will allow for our bands, which will be propelling the coin, to be cocked. I'm leaving one with a slight overhang, which will keep the band secured in place. Okay, I brought out my miter saw and I'm just cutting off both ends to square it up. I also decided that I wanted to beef up the gun, so I am adding another board onto the bottom of it to just give it a little bit more thickness, and I'm also squaring up the edges of that as well. Here I'm just gluing down the pieces of the trigger onto a 1/4 inch thick piece of aluminum, and then I'm going to cut them out on the bandsaw. I stole the trigger design from Selfmade on YouTube. It's a very well designed trigger and easy to make. Alright, yeah, it's cutting out pretty good on the bandsaw. Changed out the wooden blade for a metal blade, and it's cutting like butter. It's really going smooth. So, cool. I spent a lot of time pondering what I would use for the stock for the gun and how I would actually go about attaching it. And then I came across some old crutches that I had stored in my garage, and I immediately knew that they'd be perfect for attaching and for the stock. So that's what I went with. As you can see, it turned out quite well, and I'm very happy with it. Okay, now that I got the stock mounted, it's time to get the trigger installed. And sorry guys, kind of an idiot, and I forgot that my camera does not have x-ray vision, so basically the footage of me boring out the hole is just the battery of the drill, as you can see. Yeah, so basically I just drilled a bunch of holes and then used the drill bit as like a router of some sort to make it so that the trigger mechanism can fit up in there and be secured. I drilled a hole through the end of the coin pusher and attached a loop to it, and that's how it will be anchored to the trigger mechanism. Alright guys, here's the trigger in action and how the coin pusher will be attached to the trigger. It'll be just like that basically. Sorry guys, I didn't film the installation of the trigger mechanism because it was kind of a long drawn out process, and let's face it, I couldn't film myself simply drilling holes. I don't think I'm going to be able to film myself doing that, so yeah, we'll get her next time. After installing the stock for the gun, I realized that I definitely need a foregrip of some sort, and sticking with our crutches theme, I decided to go with the hand grip of the crutch as our foregrip. And this is the part in the video where my brain decided to stop working, and I decided to do everything as complicated and as stupidly as possible. Stapling into thin pieces of wood. Terrible idea. Using exercise bands as the propellant. Huge waste of money. Using a small piece of wood as a stopper. Delusional behavior. Now I'm going to do the first test shot of the coin gun. And huge shocker here, guys. It sucks. Okay, so as you can see, my design was kind of shit. So I went back to the drawing board and came up with this bad boy. Oh yeah, works a lot better. I had a 2x4 here. Well, actually, I cut it down a little bit. It's no longer a 2x4, but pretty close. I added 2 more bands, actual spear gun bands, so this is what they're meant to do. A lot more power, even in just one of them. I added 2, and I reinforced this with some tape and stuff like that, and I reinforced this with a little bit of tape as well. So hopefully it can take a beating, because I mean this is going to be flying against here at pretty speedy pace, and I can easily take this off if I need to remove this or anything like that. So yeah, it should be a lot better. Take a couple test shots and see what it can do. Caulking is pretty much the same. Make sure that's hooked on there. Pull the first one back. Latched the coin down. Okay. Let's give it a test fire here. Now that's more what I'm talking about. All right, it went in one side of the cardboard. Didn't really do anything to the other end, but yeah, it looked like it kind of keyholed into the cardboard, blew right through it. So let's try another one. All right, let's see if I can get the bullseye. Not a very tremendously far shot, but that one actually flew perfectly. Yeah, look at that. Got a nice little hole right through there in the top right. That's pretty cool. Now let's see what it does to a full beer can here. First try. Oh shit. Oh. That's yeah, that's a good mess there. Great. Still some in there. Can't let beer go to waste. All right, I'm actually pretty impressed with how well this is doing. I mean, it feels great in the hand. If you look down, if you actually look through the hole when you're sighted with it, and you place that in the center of where you want to shoot, pretty accurate. Damage seems to be doing pretty well as well. Still feel like I'm missing like a test that I need. Like I need something like a little more real or something. It's me, the final test. Let's see how well this thing does against flesh and blood. So this is basically what we got going here. I got the gun and a vise here. I have this string tied onto the trigger like so, and then I have it fed through here through a pulley system which is tied onto my chair, and then I have the string down here. Oh fuck, almost tripped. Then I'll pull that string which will fire the trigger, firing the gun at me. I know what you guys are thinking. I'm a fucking engineering mastermind. Like, how could I come up with this? It's pretty, it took me a while to figure this out. It's pretty impressive, I know. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, let's get this sucker loaded up. Something's telling me I should be using one band, but we're gonna send it. All right, we're cock locked and loaded, ladies and gentlemen. This is actually quite terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. Fuck. All right, let's do this. What the fuck was that? Oh, it's caught under the, damn it. It's caught under the extension cord. That got the old heart pumping a little bit there. Okay, here we go. Oh shit, hit me in the ass. Oh damn. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that stung. That fucking stung. Damn. Perfect. Direct hit to the ass. Fuck. All right. We'll try another one. So you can get a better, get a square back shot or something. Oh, fuck. Didn't mean like that. You know what I meant. Oh! All right, we're gonna aim up a little bit. See if that gets us a little bit higher there. Round two, let's go. Oh! Hit me in the side. It kind of grazed me. Let's do it one more time. One more time for a more direct hit. That was kind of lightly grazed me, caught some of my coat. Okay, final one. Let's go. Oh shit! Yep, that was good. That's it. Yep. Low back, high ass. Done. That's good. Cut. Cut it. This thing might not be deadly, but it's not pleasant getting hit with, that's for sure. It packs a pretty good wallop. I'm probably gonna be sore for a little bit after that. Yeah, I've learned a lot throughout building this gun. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments. I'll make another one that I will not be getting shot with, because it'll be deadly. I think I've figured it out and willing to give that a shot if you guys would like me to. So let me know in the comments. Also, if you guys like this or like this type of stuff, I already got another video in the works, so consider subscribing. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.